Dr. Lily Dominick walks to work every day, up 2nd Avenue from her apartment, and across the Robert F. Kennedy Bridge to the broad flats of playing fields and institutional campuses of Randall's Island. From there, the most direct way to the Kirby Forensic Psychiatric Center would be to follow the service road that runs beneath the interstate, but Lily keeps to the river instead, sharing the pathway with only the most serious runners and a handful of bored nannies pushing strollers. It takes a little longer, but she always arrives early. There is nothing in her life to make her late. On this morning, a blue-domed October wonder, she stops to take in the island of Manhattan she can't help but see, from this south-facing perspective, as a primary school class picture arranged according to height. The stubby apartment buildings and anonymous housing projects growing into the show-offy towers of Midtown. Yet it's not the view that holds her. She looks across the churning water at the smallest building of them all, right up front, where she was made to stand surrounded by strangers in the classroom pictures of her youth, and tries to assess herself, as she might the accused she puts questions to at work. Why is the cabin with you today? Because of my dream last night. The old dream, the one you haven't had in years. It's been a while, yes. The dream of riding a white horse through the woods after your mother died? Not died, killed. And I don't think it was a dream. I don't think it was a horse. Even now, you still think it actually happened. You still believe in magic? Lily doesn't have an answer for these last questions, which makes her like most of her clients. They can tell you what they saw, how they did it, what arguments the voices in their heads made. But whether any of it was real, it's like asking a child if the thing living under their bed is real. She has a gift for the job, one that goes beyond her exceptional performances on exams and the workaholism that was mistaken for ambition, but was, in fact, the comfort she felt walking the asylum's halls. She finds a music in the shouted obscenities and hellish moans emitted from the cells. And then there are the clients themselves, mutilators, stalkers, worshippers of their own churches of the occult. Malignant souls that most, including her colleagues, largely regard as beyond understanding. Yet Lily doesn't see them that way. She can enter the burnt forests and rubbled cities of their minds and find the pathway to their intentions, the core of their wants buried under ash and rock. Why did you do it? She asks as the final query in most of her interviews. I don't know, the murderer or rapist replies. I do, Lily says. She starts walking again, toward the pale brick walls of the Kirby ahead of her, its plainness and enormity not even trying to hide the madhouse that it is. Most of the people she works with, the social workers and orderlies, regularly call the building ugly, or as one bow-tied district attorney who repeatedly hits on her and she repeatedly denies likes to put it, the pandemonium on Hell Gate Circle. Lily couldn't disagree more. It was true that where she worked was the sort of place you never wanted to end up. That's why she thought it architecturally honest for it to appear that way. It looked like hell for a reason. There were so many other positions Lily could have pursued, cushy appointments where she'd refer violent offenders to public institutions like the Kirby, but wouldn't have to deal with them directly. Safe and sound. But that was never what she was looking for. It was satisfying to find something you had an affinity for in a university lecture hall, but once she arrived at the Kirby, she found it electrifying to practice it in the field. Lily had a special